That should be easy in practice. I don't know. I've never done buttons before, so we'll see. Now here I am at my beautiful dressing table, which I got earlier on before, and I did this up in one of the episodes, gave it new lease of life, and it looks absolutely stunning, don't you think? Now with so much beautiful furniture, for example like this here for sale in France, when I see the opportunity to buy some, I go and grab it and store it back here at the chateau. And that means, of course, that we have a lot of those furnitures here stored up, just waiting for time for us to allocate to do them up. Now, with all the events that could not happen this year, that means only one thing, that we can concentrate back on things like this and bring them back to life, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, this piece of furniture is done, this dressing table, but this mirror, I did find a much better improved 2.0 mirror for this dressing table, which I can't wait to share with you guys. So here it is, the mirror that I got a while ago actually, along with one of those armoires I just showed to you, but I never actually got to show you what the mirror looks like. So here I am getting on with this project now. So here it is. Let's have a look at it. Isn't that just beautiful? And here is the previous mirror. As you can see, it's got some really nice detail, but you can tell quite easily that it's a reproduction, and it worked quite fine for some time. Now, don't you think that this mirror is a much better improvement to this one? And that's the thing here at the Chateau for us. We always buy nice things, and when we get the chance, we will improve and change and swap things for the better. So this mirror is pretty much fine and it's good to go. It just needs a really good clean. But the one thing I don't like, which needs improvement, is the detail here where they have previously done a really bad job of enhancing it in gold and done a really sort of what I call a slapdash job of it. I'd like to enhance it to the best ability possible and with gold that matches to the dressing table, and also that is less brown and more metallic gold that it should be. So I'm going to get on with that because it's a nice, quick and easy job. So in order to improve this project, I'm going to be enhancing the gold that is currently on this mirror, which is very rather dull and is looking a bit like brown color. So I'm going to be using my gilding wax paste, which is essentially highly pigmented metallic powder in a paste form, and you use it to apply with your finger all over the areas that you want to enhance. And it's very quick and easy to do. It's the same gold that I'll be using to make sure to match the dressing table that I currently have, which, as you can see, has got lots of beautiful ornate features on it also. And all you have to do is be light and gentle buffing across this area. And you can see how the gold shine is here. And you can see the previous paint as well, which is a darker brown color. So you're adding that bit of sheen and detail to it. It's as easy as that, using your finger to apply the metallic gold to enhance everything. And when the sun hits this metallic gold, it's just going to reflect all the rays of sunshine. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. So here it is, the main round piece is done. I just wanted to show you an area where this section is all done and you can see the original one that isn't done. You can see the shine of the metallic gold that is adding to this piece, whereas this one is rather dull. So that's what I'm trying to do, and you can see that looks absolutely beautiful. I'm even doing the hinges. Doing this job, as you can see, you get gold fingers. But it's not such a bad thing to be covered in gold. So I finished this piece, doing it up. I'm gonna let it dry, and as the light is fading, I'm gonna come back to it tomorrow and show you how the sun reacts with the metallic paint. But for now, I need to wash off my gold fingers. So now it's the next day and the mirror is nice and cured and the gold part is hard. I can now buff it up so to bring out more of the shine of the gold, or leave it as it is depending on your style that you're after. But it's looking much better, and sadly it's a cloudy day, so I don't exactly have the rays of sunshine bouncing off this gold, which is what I wanted you to see, but I'll do my best to show it on camera. The other thing with this mirror I wanted to point out was not only needed to enhance, if you do pick up a old furniture that's been stored in barns for many years and has been looked after, the hinges, I've applied the gold paste on them as well, as they were getting rusty or they're just generally not as pretty. I wanted it to match. There was a lot of cleaning that needed to be done. Some hinges were loose, so that needed to be screwed on, and the back of the mirror, the backing was actually coming away, so that needed to be secured to make sure that the mirror part of the mirror itself does not fall out and crack. That's nice and easy job, and the project is almost complete. Just nice final clean of it and arrangement. Cleaning this mirror took a lot of dirt off on both sides of the cloth. As you can see, it was absolutely filthy. Great, now this mirror is finished. This section of the project is finished, and if you recall before, I got this dressing table, did it up, gave it some love, enhanced it, and it looked absolutely fabulous. And obviously had that really nice but plain mirror, which was all white, which was okay, but it did show that it was a very basic reproduction. And the hardest thing to find is a matching mirror to a dressing table, especially this kind of era for a chateau. So I'm always on a lookout, and I'm really pleased I obviously found it, and now it's been done up, restored, a bit of love, a bit of TLC, and it's looking really fabulous and a perfect matching set. So I'm really pleased when things come together like this. One thing though, however, this project is done, and this project is done, and what I've got left is actually this footstool, which I never got to finish. And what I need to do with it is obviously do the basic gold as well, enhance it in the corners, and redo the top of the seat. So here's a closer up of the chair, stool top. It's padded, it's fabric, which doesn't really work with the color scheme and the ideas that I've got in mind. I've got something a little bit more modern and a little bit more pastel colored, which I hope you like. And the interesting part here is it's obviously it's got buttons, so it's buttoned, and I've actually never reupholstered a buttoned project before. However, I'm always learning here at the chateau, and I'm not really scared to give it a go. So I'm gonna get going on this project, and hopefully that'll work out beautifully. In fact, I'm sure it will. Now, in order to start this project, I'm gonna take you to another part of the house that you'll get to see, which is my workshop, where all my beautiful DIY tools are that are gonna help me to complete this project. So here I am in my workshop. Welcome. For those who are new, this might be your first time and looks like organized mess. For those who have been here before, it is an organized mess with all sorts of tools and things that are just ready and waiting for me to find a little bit of time to get on with and finish those projects that I've got a long time ago. So today's the day of the stool. I'm going to start with reupholstering it and then enhancing the gold. That way I don't smudge and it has the maximum amount of time for the gold paste to cure. As I said earlier, I've never done buttons before, so I'm gonna take this stool apart. I've noticed there's some screws. Take it completely apart and see how this is held on. Usually the buttons are kind of stapled in by a thread underneath. So I need to get some tools and I need to get some fabrics, ideas of what color I would like to upholster this chair into. So this special dresser behind me was specially for all the fabrics. I'm just going to share with you my secret stash. One of the many. Look at that! Isn't it beautiful? There's all sorts of different textures and all sorts of different colors, but that's not it. I've got more. So here's another bunch of rolls here. I've got some beautiful jute. Some really nice lining, all different colors. On my sofa, I've got some in bags collected as well and given away. And there's another stash full of different colors, some cushions, some projects. I basically got a new display wardrobe to complete for this. In this bag, I have a few different colors as well. Let's have a look. Some really heavy upholstery material. This one's like a gray. This one is like military green gray. Again, very heavy material. There's all sorts of different colors. I'll need to have a look through. Here's another stash. All of this is waiting literally for that wardrobe to complete so I can file them away. Lots of nice colors. This is for another chair project that I've got for a dining room, about 12 of them. So I'm gonna get on and have a look at some of them. I do have some leatherette, but it's not the look I'm going for in this instance. So let me get on with that. So here's a stash of fabrics I've found that are all neutral colors, and some are stronger than others. I've got one with design. This is the one that I really wanted. I'm just gonna unfold it for you. It's got a beautiful yellow flower design on it, and it's absolutely stunning. But I realized that this offcut piece is not wide enough. It's wide enough for the chair, but with the buttons included, you need to allow extra space for the puffiness. The raised area of the puff takes a lot more space. So this one's out of the question, but I'm sure I'll use it on another project. It's beautiful. I do have this beautiful neutral color, kind of Hessian color, cream, and that one's got a herringbone design on it, but I feel like I'm going too safe and it's too plain, and it's kind of my default that I always do, but I think it'll just blend in with the cream of the furniture. So I think I'm gonna give that one a miss. Here's the next one. This is a two-tone with a beautiful design, but take the design out of question. It's actually quite contrasting color. So I think that is definitely a possibility. Then I found this beautiful pastel yellow. I really like that with the lines. My only reservation is that I think the lines, because of the buttons, it kind of doesn't work. Which way you're gonna have the lines facing? I'm not really sure that this is the correct one, although I love the color, so I'll keep that one away. This is a very nice classic color design, which kind of reminds me of Palace of Versailles, which I love here in France. So I think this one is a definitely possibility because it's quite a strong, solid color and very contrasting to the cream. Obviously still staying in the neutral color scheme, which is what I'm after. And the last piece I found that I like, it's this sort of diamond shape on this. It's very silky. It's very nice, but I feel like it's too safe against the cream and it's not contrasting enough. So even though I like it on its own, I think for this piece, it's just gonna blend away and I'm not gonna see it. So I'm down to two. And the best thing to do once I've found semi-interesting fabrics, in order to make a decision, is to go to the place where this project will sit and decide it in the natural light and against the furniture as well. to make the final decision and see what really works. So here I am, and these are the two fabrics that I quite like, and it's much better, like I said earlier, to see them in situ to compare. This one, if I just pull back, I really like the design of it. There is some contrasting colors in there, which is great to have rather than plain, and I think that works. It's quite a nice filigree sort of design on it as well. And then of course we've got the yellow, which is a bit more classic Palace of Versailles, which is what my biggest inspiration is for the chateau that I'd like to turn into. And this is a very nice classic yellow color, and as you can see, there's a little bit of sort of sheen on the fabric design, and I think that kind of works perfect. I am torn about the two, but if I'm going to be honest, like, this feels a bit too safe for me, and this is a lot stronger color and a lot more solid color for it. I do like both of them, and although this isn't this piece final resting place, but it is going to be here for now, I think I'll go for the yellow. And the good thing is, once you've learned these skills and done this project, I can always re-upholster it once I know the color scheme of its future location, and have the piece matching or kind of coordinating with the color scheme of the future place. So I think I'll do it with yellow, and I'll just see in future in life how it goes, because I can always redo this again. So here it is, nicely laid out for you guys to visually see, and for me as well. I've checked this before, but you can almost visually see what it will look like once done. So I'm going to get on with that now. I'm going to be working with two tools, which are my favorite. I always use this one, which is great for removing nails and staples as well. You just literally go underneath and pull things out. And my preference, this is especially for staples. I prefer this one most of the time, and you just literally go underneath the staple and be able to pull it out just like that. So I've just finally managed to take all the staples off, and now it's for the reveal time as to how the buttons are actually held on. Just get it underneath, wiggle it a bit, and pop it open. That's it. I'm removing them very carefully so that I can reuse them and put them back in once I've done the reupholstering. Whilst the stool is in this position, completely sort of, apart, I actually want to raise the puffiness of this stool by adding some foam that I have kicking about, that I've saved for projects just like this. Okay, so this piece has been cut out. Let's place it back onto the seat and have a look at it. I'll place the fabric on top because I'm way too excited, but you can see how much higher this foam is, and it'll be so much nicer to sit on. So I think this is really good idea. Now, back to the buttons first now. Because I'm reusing the buttons that came with the chair, in order to get the fabric matching or any other color, in order to reupholster them and reuse them as they are self-tapping nails, I'm simply gonna cut the fabric that I have, that I'd like to reupholster it, in a small little circles, just enough to cover the button, glue it on and leave it to set for overnight, and I can come back to tomorrow to finish the project up completely. So it's the next day and the buttons have dried, and I have started to reveal them, and they are coming out pretty good. That should be easy in practice. I don't know, I've never done buttons before, so we'll see. And here they are, all done. Finally, I just need to staple the side of the fabric underneath, and we're almost there. But take a look at that. I'm really proud of myself. This is my first buttoning job, and it's looking really well. So happy. So I'm almost done. One last corner to do. All sides have been stapled and all three corners have been done. So I'm really excited, nearing to the finished project of it all. And so here it is, it's all ready and reupholstered and ready to be put back, screwed back onto that. But just before I do that, I thought I will write a little note on here that I've upholstered this and when I did it and where it was, because you never know where this piece will end up as, and it'll be nice to have a piece of history on there. Okay, so now the chair is complete, all upholstered and everything signed and left a note. It's time to screw it on and then finish enhancing, shall I say, the golden bit, and then see the reveal. And so here it is, beautiful as ever and perfectly suited here for the chateau. The mirror is definitely an improvement from the last one, and the chair, as you can see, it's a lot spongier, so it's thicker, it's more luxurious looking, and I think the color actually suits it beautifully. Hopefully you can see, we've got a bit of sun today, but hopefully you can see how much more metallic this gold is in the bright sunlight, and the whole piece I'm really happy about. Of course, the difficult part for me was dealing for the first time ever with the buttons, but nothing that I couldn't overcome about. And with a little bit fiddling about, I really had great practice with this project. So I enjoyed every single moment of it, and hopefully you guys love it. And I definitely think it deserves a really good place here at the chateau now. I just wanted to say a very quick thank you very much to some of you who have noticed that I do like light upholstery on my project and have suggested to make sure that we cover and protect our fabric when it's finished with a bit of Scotch Guard chemical, which basically prevents the stains from setting into light fabric. So in this case, I listened to you, I got that product, and I already protected my light fabric from staining in the future. So thanks very much for all those tips. If you guys got any more tips, then keep them coming. And if you like this sort of thing and want to see more, I definitely got lots more furniture coming up. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of all our videos coming up, and also share with friends who you think would love this. And we'll see you guys soon.
And as always, a special thanks to our VIP tier patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, then simply head over to the link in the description. That will open the page with all the membership levels
And exclusive behind the scenes videos.
Also, a special thanks to anyone who buys us a coffee. Again, the link would be in description comments.
And if you like this video, then why not buy us a coffee?
And leave us a message. We love reading all the comments sent to us with the coffees.
And if anyone wants to follow us on Instagram or Facebook, the links are above now. And lastly, just thank you to everybody for watching our videos, especially those that let the ads run and help us with the little bits of pennies that add up for the channel. Thank you so much. See you next week.
Check out the other episodes suggested coming up on screen now. Thank you for watching and see you next time.